Like a Rogue by Rogue.Games. Hey guys, Game Hunter here, and we're looking at another game in the 7-Day Roguelike Challenge of 2013. I apologize to the developer for this, but this is actually a take two, and the reason for that is because this game didn't come with one of the DLLs necessary, namely OpenAL32. Now, I don't know if that's supposed to be on my computer or not, just like as part of my system files. But I was able to hork it from my Minecraft game, and it made the sound work. Originally, in the take one, there was no sound or music whatsoever, so that was kind of a really big deal. So yeah, that's why we're redoing. In any case, let's just go ahead and get started. And yeah, so this is the cool thing about the game, is that it's a first-person perspective, and it involves. Unfortunately, the recording doesn't quite show the smoothness of this game. It's going to look a little bit I mean, it doesn't really look that choppy, but it's so much smoother. It's a lot like what happened with Delver when I was playing. But in any case, yeah, I mean, it's really cool to use first-person perspective, and it reminds me of kind of Doom 2. The look of Doom 2 from Wolfenstein 3D, where everything's just much huger than you. It's not quite huger, but I mean, you can't see the ceiling from where you stand and stuff like that. Anyway, this is a match. Oh, cool. And yeah, I can actually hear the sounds this time. That's pretty nice. So we can go ahead and, in order... Okay, I should explain controls since I did have to learn them originally. You have WASD, so you have W and S for back and forth, A and D to turn left and right, and you have Q and E for strafing left and right. So it's mostly MMO controls, and for interacting you actually use the mouse. So for instance, lighting this torch with a match required him to click. One thing I would say, well, I guess the first thing, what I said in my take one, is that the start and quit on the title screen, kind of hard to read. I would suggest making it bigger. The second thing, though, and this is, less trivial, is that I would probably include just allowing you to use the space bar or some button. As far as I know, there's no buttons that work for the interact, because it simply is an interact, and there's no... I have yet to come across anything ranged, so I don't really understand why it has to be a click. I mean, it's first-person shooter. These days, you do use clicks, but you could get away with not click in this case. And yeah, that was our first enemy. It was funny because in my take one, I opened this door without getting the sword first, and that led me to a unfortunate death, because you can't attack an enemy when you don't have a weapon. I don't know if that's a bug. I almost feel like you should be able to at least do something, even if it's a really weak attack. And yeah, that door's locked, so we can't do anything with it. Why does it keep saying health? Oh, there it is. This is a health potion, and it heals you. In fact, it heals you... it seems to work even if you don't... If you don't fully use it, it doesn't become fully depleted. Which is kind of cool. And so yeah, we have enemies and all that good stuff. What fun. Unfortunately, one thing I would say about this... these particular levels aren't random. I took a look at the folder because I wanted to see how to fix the sound music problem. I noticed that the maps are just kind of written in. And that would be one thing. I don't know if I'd call it a gripe, but for sure, if the developer chooses to continue working on this, and I really hope they do, because this is such a cool engine, to try to make some procedural dungeons and whatnot, and maybe include a mini map that you could press tab to select or to toggle to make it a lot easier to explore and stuff, because I think that's quite doable. And it's almost a shame that if anything, I would say this is like a tech demo practically, or a prototype of the game, just looking at the engine and what you could do with it, because more than that, it's really more a dungeon crawler than anything when you look at it in that way. But I mean, everything is just, it's very nice. Oh, and we leveled up. That's cool. So we got extra hearts, and we got more of these. I think this designates character level. And we're also collecting coins, although I don't know when that happens. Also, you can go up and down. Oh, darn it. Just messed that up. You can go up and down these things. And I suppose you could use that tactically? I don't know. Perhaps. So, there's the game. The next two levels, I mean, we get to see new enemies, which we should see soon, I think. I kind of like the grayness, you know, the monochromicity of it. We basically have black and white grayscale, and then we have this kind of faded sepia tone sort of look, although it's more greenish than orangey. But ooh, that was cool. Yeah, you can actually hear the door closing. Let's kill this skelly man who showed up, because he's a dude I gotta kill. Okay, so let's just attack a bunch of times. Yes? Huh. Maybe I just have to be far enough away from it. Huh. Cool. Very cool. I like it. Although, it does mean that you can't... It basically means that you can't time... Oh, where did you come from, good man? This is the main reason why you'd want to light these places, is because you'd see the enemies better. As far as I've found, there aren't any cases where you... Man, why is my mic not facing me directly? Whatever. I haven't found any cases... And yeah, you just receive gold for killing guys, I guess. Any cases where you need to light a room because it's pitch black. Now, it gets dark, so you can't really see the gray enemies in the gray shadows very well, but it's not necessary, and I don't know, I think that's kind of unfortunate, because it's cool that you can use lighting and stuff, but you can't just use a match, for instance, and then, since they might have a very small duration, you would then want to look for a torch to make it a more permanent usage. Oh, there you are again. Man, these guys just come out of the woodworks, or stonework, because there's clearly no stones, or wood. I mean, this might be wood. Hard to tell. Maybe if I light it up, we'll see it better. Hold on. Maybe not from this side, but... Oh, we do see it from this side. So it's probably wooden then, if it shows up like that. Not that he got the light engine, or whoever designed this got the light engine so carefully constructed that it works that way. But that's how it is. The balance, as far as I can tell in this game, really isn't there. Which is, I mean, okay. Again, this is, if anything, this is kind of more a tech demo than it is a real game. And I don't mind that in a 7-day roguelike. I mean, you can certainly use the 7-day roguelike as a show of, hey, this is what I would be able to accomplish with a roguelike if I were given some more time on content. And it's really up to the developer as what they want to do. Some games are more polished when it comes to that. But I don't mind checking these out for what they are. And it's quite cool. And I'm kind of glad that I also have sound and music, because for whatever reason, when you have a game like this, it seems more comforting to also have the total immersion factor. And this is the reason you need the key. Originally, I thought, oh, I'm going to lose my key when I go downstairs. But you don't. I mean, this place is all permanent and stuff. So you probably would need to make the dungeons independent of each other if you wanted to do this procedurally. Otherwise, you'd have to design the levels all simultaneously with that in mind. Which isn't bad, but it might be a rather large chore for procedural content generation rather than just making a bunch of rooms and corridors and things like that. That's a lot of health. What is this place? That's a lot of health. I mean, are we going to run into some really powerful super duper enemy coming up? We got bosses. I think, yeah, this is a zombie. Oh, zombies can hurt for quite a bit. Huh. I really don't know if there's a point to lighting these things. I mean, other than for light. I almost thought that... Oh, okay. Oh, huh. So you can partially use them, and that's kind of annoying. So I'll have to keep that in mind for the future. Whoa, what? Oh, right. I was just trying to strafe there for some reason. Why is this place lit? Maybe from behind? Yeah. That's one thing that would work then. One should work on for that. But whatever. Again, techie demo-y. This would be awesome if this could be like front-endable, which is to say, allow this to work for other roguelikes and try to make the tile sets work out and things like that. I don't know. It's possible. Okay, so that's why we needed the key. I didn't even try that door originally. Do we have anyone else? Oh, we do have someone else. A zombie. Alright, and a level up. Good. Cool. And we got a match and another match. Yeah, if things are stacked, you don't get both simultaneously. Oh, we need to find another key. Okie dokie then. Let's go ahead and find that key. According to the directory, I think it was 6 floors? I don't know if I want to go through all of them, although, you know... Oh, crap. Yeah, I should have... There was definitely potential for that. I don't know why I ignored that potential. Alright, so yeah. Oh, and you had the key. Right. Okie dokie then. So you do have to worry about that stuff. Oh man, this feels so Wolfenstein 3D to me. It's probably more akin to Dungeon Hack. It's just that I haven't really played those kinds of games before. FPS is what I played growing up, because a game like Dungeon Hack is far too complicated for a young child. At least for what little patience I had in playing games, first-person shooters, I felt right at home. Have I already been here? I guess I've already been. This is that one way. Is that? Yeah, that's the one I lit. Yeah, this is the way I've already been. So wasn't it? Okay, there you are. One more step and I would have made it. All right. On our way then. I'm gonna guess that this is the end of floor 3. It would be nice to have a map. It really would. At this point though, I'm just kind of gushing at the possibilities for better. But we shouldn't discount how amazing this looks already. And you can probably, I mean, you might want to have a more generalized inventory system where you click to get your inventory or press a button for your inventory. Oh, we do need another key. I should probably pay attention to that next time. Crap, where do I go for that one? I guess there were 3 doors? 3 doors. So 2 doors down, 1 to go. Was this the, I think this is the one with the zombie, so here we go. Oh, okay. So here's, yeah, a bunch of treasure chests. I'm gonna attack a couple times just in case. Okay, nobody here. But this is a big treasure room. I'm kind of worried. Yeah, traps, of course. Ooh, the axe! Oh, wait. I'm back hitting them? Okay, whatever. Trap, key. And then I'm just gonna guess this is a trap, but whatever. We got potions to spare, so... And these things always heal 6 at maximum, but they can be partially used, so you got to be careful about that. Okay, so yeah, I don't know. This would probably be just facing the other way. Whatever. Point is that this just looks incredible, and the sound and music is all there and stuff. And I think this could really be something good. Right now, as a roguelike, I would not call it great. Or, well, it's missing procedural content generation, for one. That's a big no-no as far as making this something lastable, let's just say. But it's quite cool, and I appreciate that. Skabamf! Okay, cool. And, yes. So, I like it. I hope more is done with it, especially on the whole randomizing it. And maybe even having some other shenanigans with items. And perhaps ranged attack stuff. That would be where click would come in handy, of course. And if you really wanted to keep the click, then it would make more sense to do so if you needed to kind of position where you were shooting, for example. So yeah. That's one thing about it. Oh, okay. I mean, I could show this. Compared to some of the other games, however, this isn't tactically interesting. So I'm kind of tempted to kind of skip around. Like, for instance, if there's a boss battle and that's really cool, I kind of want to show that. But, you know, I can only go so far before things get a little bit monotonous with some other facts. So, yeah, I think I'm just going to cut to whatever I find out to be interesting. But really, just don't discount that this is a really cool engine. Although, I mean, I will say if this didn't happen to be created in like the 7 days, or at least in some, I don't know, the base might have, this would be incredibly impressive, I think, for 7 days, depending on the tools used, I don't know. But I mean, even the ambient stuff and just the design of the UI and all that, that's all very cool. So, but in any case, let's go ahead and skip around a bit. So, back when I'm back. Well, I found a Cyclops, but, yeah, I mean, that's... Oh, and you dropped a key. Good. This 5th floor is becoming... This is the 5th floor, right? I mean, this might just be the 4th floor. This place is labyrinthian, let me just tell you. Like, I am getting very confused as to where I've been. Which is almost kind of an amusing take on what one might be able to use with the matches. Is just kind of use them as beacons, sort of. To give you an idea of where you've already gone. And I think I'd be going in circles that way, so... Anyway, yeah, back when I'm back. Well, I think I might have kind of screwed myself. Because I've explored this place probably twice, 3 times over, and I have not found a 3rd key. There's one room that's locked at 2 sides, but you can use 2 keys to open both doors when you don't need to. And I think doing so caused me to enter kind of an unwinnable scenario. Because you're supposed to use the key that you find in that room. In fact, you probably don't even need to, but when you find a key, you're basically supposed to use it on that one area. And you can use it here to collect a lot of good stuff, but if you use both of the keys here, because you get one in this room and only one, then you're kind of out of luck. So, yeah, I guess that's as much as I'm going to show. And I hate to say it like this, because I really love the UI and the immersion of this game, but it's I just to be honest, I feel that it's sorely lacking in gameplay content, which is a shame because it's really cool, and this level is starting to frustrate me a bit. Just go with simple, you know, open rooms. Just enemies where you got to make tactical decisions about where you're fighting and stuff. Things like that. Try to spruce it up with certain equipments and or skills or something. Ranged whatevers. I'm sure that's a big deal, I know, with these kinds of games. But please, I mean, I'd love to see this turn into something more than it already is. But... until then, I would suggest at least playing it because it's kind of very fun to just get into, but be careful when you get to this level and don't accidentally get yourself into a situation that you can't get out of. At least I think that's the case. I don't know. I've gotten lost a number of times. Anyway, this has been Game Hunter playing Like a Rogue. That's what it was called, yes. Join me next time when we look at another game in the 7-Day Roguelike Challenge of 2013. Until then, keep playing those roguelikes, guys, and take care.